Hello, I'm Greg Perez, and this is my co-person right here, Mike Schmader.
Hello, Greg.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You know, today we're going to talk about our annual crab feed for the Knights of Columbus and KC Charities, correct?
That's correct.
What years, how many years now?
This is our 25th year.
We've been doing this for 25 years.
25.
I've been doing it for partial, but not the full 25. And it originally started at the...
In the parish gymnasium at St. Patrick Church.
How many did we seat back then?
Maybe 75 to 100 people.
Oh,
yeah.
And then we've grown to about 400 meals.
About 400 meals.
About 400 meals. And that's excellent. So this is going to take place on February
26th.
The last Saturday in February.
That's correct, yes.
And so I know we're doing this entirely different than we did last year location-wise. But we did this at the drive-through over at Clackamas County Fairgrounds. Very successful, was it not?
Yes, for the first time doing it, there was a little, uneasiness about how it would all roll out, but it went just flawlessly. I mean, I couldn't think of anything that was just a real headache. Everything was smooth. Yeah, it was great.
So what are we doing this year that we're changing?
Well, it's just mostly location. Everything else will be pretty much the same from the drive-through format standpoint, but it's going to be over at St. Patrick Church off of 9th, Northwest 9th. We're asking everybody to enter, and it'll be spelled out when you buy your tickets, but we ask that people kind of come in and on the 10th Street entrance,
right,
which is pretty much the back side of the church, and then you circle up around the back side of the gymnasium, you get your food, and then you exit right back on 10th Street, and you're off to go have a great meal.
So we'll have something set up there?
Yeah, there'll be very, very well placed signs and cones so that, and we'll have individuals with safety vests and flashlights.
And they'll guide them in.
Yeah, so
they will guide them in and guide them out.
It'll be very easy to do.
Will they come in with 2 lanes?
Well, we'll come in with 1 lane off the street, and then we'll most likely split into 2 separate.
Right, so you can handle 2 at a
delivery
time.
lanes. Yes.
Excellent. We did that last year too, I think.
No, last year we did single lane.
Single lane.
But we had such more real estate to deal with that we were able to just line the cars up and just roll them through.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect. So this year I understand we are going to do something entirely different. We're going to have an online auction.
That's correct. Last year, since we didn't have the event indoors, we couldn't have our silent auction that we always have, and we couldn't have our oral auction. So this year we decided to try something different, and we've been thinking about doing this for a few years, but this year we decided, let's do an online auction and throw it out there, see if we can raise some more money for our charities. And it's through a website called Bidding Owl. And excuse me, it's a very easy to use website. You just log on to it. And our website, our council website, has a link that tells you all about it. And it's very simple. You can peruse all the items that are available. Like we have a 5-night stay in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. We have
it sleeps how many people?
12 to 18. I think it's a huge place.
It's a huge installation.
Yeah, it's
compound.
It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place, and
so that's something that 2 or 3 couples or 4 couples could travel if they travel well together. That's the first thing. And they could split the cost on it.
Absolutely. And
are there going to be photographs online of this place and everything?
Yes, and when you link onto the Bidding Owl website, every time you click on one of the auction items, it has a description of what it is, has photographs of what it is, the physical item, or a little descriptive, like the place in Mexico. It shows some panoramic views and shots of inside. So it's very user friendly as far as seeing what you're bidding on.
And they're bidding just on the stay there for how many days?
5 nights.
5 nights.
Yes,
so they'll have to have buy their own airline
they'll
tickets
have to get
there.
their own airfare down there.
Unless they have flyer miles.
Flyer miles, that'd be great. Yeah.
Exactly.
But we have that. We have a dinner for 6 out by the dahlia fields when they're in bloom, and that's going to be a fun dinner. We have.
Any fishing trips or drift trips?
Well, our raffle, we have a fishing trip, but we're working on right now trying to get a Columbia River guided salmon trip. That's in the works right now, and we have all kinds of things. We have fire pits. We tried to make these auction items I'm not going to say high dollar, but higher dollar than like our normal silent auction.
Right.
Typically our silent auction items are from $15 to $50 or something in that range. Here we tried to focus on $75 and up.
Right.
And of course that trip to Mexico the stay in Mexico, I should say, is the premier item. But we try to get items that, we have a brand new snowboard, we have Blazer tickets, we're going to have Millars is donating, or I should say Point S. We have all kinds of things that are kind of similar to what we had in our oral auction when we had the event indoors.
Right.
It's just we're putting that on this online format.
So this is going to be a drive-through crab dinner.
That's correct.
So they get all their tickets and everything online.
Yes.
Or if you see the signs in town,
Yeah.
hit the little QR code with your
Yep.
phone, and it'll give you all the information and take you
Yep.
right to the website.
Yep.
And it's user-friendly.
It's very user-friendly.
For me, because I struggle a little bit.
Yeah. And if, there's other ways to get tickets too also. We're going to be selling tickets at Thriftway starting this.
Cuts First?
Yeah, at Thursday and Fridays, or excuse me, Fridays and Saturdays, starting this weekend.
Oh, good.
For the next 3 weekends. So if somebody wants to just come on down to Cuts First and get some tickets, and we also sell raffle tickets there, we'll sell them those too. And we're trying to make it as easy as we can.
Exactly.
For folks, yeah.
And, it's still a learning process that we've adjusted to because of this COVID situation.
Yeah, and
a lot of other people have too.
Yeah, and then anytime you have electronics and older guys running the thing,
It's a little difficult
there's a little
sometimes.
disconnect there sometimes too. But we're
A few
figuring it out.
arguments maybe.
Yeah, we figure things
Friendly.
out.
And we forget things real quick because our memories are short. But anyway, is that all that we have going on so far for the dinner, February 26th?
February 26th, yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. We're looking forward to this oral auction item. We're really hoping that it resonates with everybody in the community, and it's not just people that buy dinner tickets that can participate. It's open to anybody. And what we'll do is we'll open up the bidding. You can peruse the site now and see what's on there, but then we'll open it up to bidding typically about a week before the event. And then the following weekend after the event, so that would be the first weekend in March, is when we're going to distribute the items that people have won.
Right.
And we'll have to set up some arrangement whether they come to us or we can go to them if they can't make it.
Right.
And we'll get that taken care of. And then also our raffle that we're selling tickets for, we're also drawing that the night of, and we'll probably award those the next day.
Okay.
Or notify the folks anyway.
Right.
And the raffle is really fun because we usually sell about 400 raffle tickets, and so you've got and there's 3 items, so you got a pretty good chance of winning. Yes, and we have a guided fishing trip for that is one of the prizes. We have a $500 gift certificate to the Allison Inn in McMinnville, or Newburgh, excuse me, Newburgh. Yeah, it's a beautiful spa and
it's a good one for the ladies. For the ladies to get together and going on this package.
Yeah, and then lastly, we have a Blink home security system, camera system. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to buy some of those.
It's all wired.
For that.
I have that system in my house. I love it. It's great.
Is it wireless?
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
You just need to have Wi-Fi at your house.
I do.
You have Wi-Fi. You have an app on your phone. Whenever something trips the motion sensor, and it dings your phone, and you can see, and you can actually talk from your phone through the camera. So if somebody's at your front door,
What do you want?
yeah.
Who goes there?
I release the hounds, that sort of deal. So yeah, it's pretty good.
So, and then that pretty much encompasses everything for the crab dinner, right?
Yeah.
Everything's online, the
Everything's
QR
online.
codes on the signs.
Yeah.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah.
And one big thing we do at each of these dinners, we usually select.
Yep, we select either an individual or family or an organization as kind of our yearly sponsored focus to raise money for them the night of the event. And we do what we call a paddle raiser, where when we had the event indoors, during the live auction, we would kind of stop all activities with that, and we will have a little discussion about the cause that we're doing this paddle raiser for. And I would say 3/4 of those paddle raisers are for individuals that have some medical trauma, have something other than medical. Last year we did a family that lived up the Sandy M Canyon that
Right.
lost their home in the wildfires, and it was a single mother with 5 children. And the outpour of support from the community was absolutely amazing.
It was tremendous.
Yeah, we raised $20,000 for her.
Right.
And if there again, since it wasn't a live event, it was all done through the internet donations on our website, donations at Thriftway, donations, just people coming to you and saying, hey, I want to give this to you for that family. After Mass at church, the people would donate for that then. It is just an amazing, amazing show of support from this community. And this year, you're very connected with this story because you brought it to us, and it's almost parallel to what happened last year.
Except it was here.
It was in
Canby.
town, yeah. So, and it's just a great cause to give to this family this year, and so.
Yeah, let me, I want to read this real quick. That way it gives you a picture of what we're doing and what had happened to this family that is a local family. And let me read this here. On November 23rd, a fire started in the garage of Javier and Veronica Ortiz's rental home on Country Club Drive in Canby. Their 3 daughters, America, age 17, Anna, 11, and Isabella, 9 years old, were at home, as well as their 2 grown sons. Javier's first thought was for the well-being of his family. With no thought for his own safety, he hurried to get his wife and children out of the home. The blaze spread quickly throughout the garage, the kitchen, the family room, and the attic, destroying everything that they have owned and accumulated over the years. The 2 families' pickup trucks are destroyed in the blaze. Along with them, Javier's ability to work and provide for his family. All his tools and machinery necessary for his lawn care business were gone. With no renter's insurance, he has no ability to replace them and earn a living. The family not only lost all of their material possessions, but they lost their stability, their neighbors, and their sense of belonging to the community. As of today, all 8 of them are living in a 2-bedroom apartment. Their dream is to find a house where they can all live comfortably, with space for storing his tools, machinery for the lawn care business, and hope for some semblance in the normal life again. So this is a local family, and in short, they happen to go to St. Patrick's Church.
Yeah,
and so I knew of this right away when I read the article. We don't know how they feel, what the experience was of losing everything they had in their home. Mm-hmm. Unless you experience it, you don't know how it feels.
Right, yeah. Because
what you're going through, your mind thought, you just...
similar to the family last year, and it's just paralleled with this story. There's no way they can know what their future is, and there's no way, as the Knights who want to help them, we can know what their future is. The only thing we can control is what we can do to make their immediate future better. And so that's why we are, adding them into our special appeal paddle raiser this year, because our help and the community's help can change their lives in a direction right now that is better than what they've been going through the last few months.
Right.
I mean, I think I mentioned this last year, to lose everything you have, I mean, it's hard for us to sit here and kind of even come to grips with what that would really feel like.
Right.
I mean, all your photographs, your family photographs, all your personal belongings.
Your vital statistics,
everything.
whatever.
Everything. When you lose that, there's got to be a sense of where do I start? Where do I go from here? I mean, I'm
emotionally, they're traumatized.
Absolutely.
All of them.
And knowing that they, I'm sure they have a strong spiritual base, and they have a great network of friends and people in this community that can help them out. But they need as much help as they can get, and that's where we want to step in and help them.
Right. We want to be able to make sure, they had some help from the Red Cross, which gave them mattresses, but they actually don't have any place to put them in a 2-bedroom apartment with 8 people there, because they moved in with his son, and one of them's married and has a child.
Yeah, and then the fact that both of his work trucks were damaged in the fire. He's in the lawn care business, and so, I mean, it's just it's a domino effect of not just the displacement of where you're staying, but the displacement of your daily comfort and knowing that, everything's going to be okay because you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And where do you start?
Yeah, where do you start? I pray that I'm never in that position to have to.
And I feel for anybody, any families that, are living on the streets or, whatever their conditions are.
Yeah, and we've had many disasters. I mean, there's been tornadoes in the Midwest, and we've had cold, and we've had hurricanes. I mean, this is kind of hits home because it is our home.
Right.
And so this is a great way to help this family.
And we don't know who we're selecting. It's just, this had just happened. So I brought it up and we're running with it. And if something, happens to another family in Canby of any sort, of something that we can help with, we will.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's what we're here for. The basis of the Knights of Columbus is charity, unity, fraternity, and patriotism. Well, charity is the number one virtue that we live by. And so this exemplifies charity. And this family is they're a very humble family, but they need help and in the worst way. And this is the best way we can help them, is to reach out to the community and have the community be a part of this, what I consider a rescue effort.
Right, because if not, then you've got people on the streets or living in horrible ways.
Exactly.
So, well, that is our paddle raise. And
it's a good one.
It's a good one. And I support it fully. And I talked to the family. I talked to Javier. And matter of fact, I'm printing him new business cards.
Oh, perfect.
Because he didn't have any. So I just want a small little thing I can give him so he can kind of get back on his feet again. Yeah. But I'm really happy that I'm a part of the Knights of Columbus. Yeah. And I try to give as much as I can in the way of knowledge, and in many other ways to contribute, because I want our group to be successful, to help our community, and because that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
It's not about me, I. Yeah. And so anyway, did you like to say anything in closing?
Yeah, I would like to say that the Knights are very active in our community, and we feel like we're reciprocal to our community's activeness in helping us. I mean, there's so many businesses in town that even during these pandemic times where it's you don't know what's up next around the corner,
right? And
they've had some financial hardships. They still donate to us. They still provide us with things we need to make our charitable fundraising efforts possible. So I highly encourage anybody in the Canby community and outside the community to come to these businesses, come to Wayward Sandwiches, go to Point S Tires, go to Cuts for Thriftway, go to Backstop Bar and Grill, go to all these places and give them your business, because they truly are the network that this community's blood flows through. I mean, they are amazing. They provide to us in so many ways, and I just can't say enough about what the Canby community does.
Ebner's is the same way. Gwyn's is the same way. Cuts First the same way. I mean, it just goes
Les
on
Schwab
and on.
is the same way.
Exactly.
I mean,
and everybody gives in this community. Right. Joan at the Wild Hair is the same.
So many places in town that provide.
Support them.
Yeah.
Support the local businesses.
Absolutely.
Because they'll in turn support you in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And they do in many other ways that a lot of people don't know about.
That's correct, yes.
So, anyway, that is what we have from the Knights of Columbus for our 25th annual crab feed dinner, and cordon bleu and crab.
Yes, that is correct.
And rice pilaf, and then salad, and a dessert, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
And it goes for $40 a dinner.
$40 a dinner.
Which is inexpensive compared to if you were going to go eat it in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And so, from that, I guess we're done.
I think we're good. I mean,
well, thank you so much, Mike, for coming in and me putting you on the spot, saying you will be with me at noon on Monday.
Absolutely, Greg. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Canby, and please help us out when help is in need. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye now.